Hello and welcome to Destin Business Forum, a television show for members of the Destin Chamber of Commerce, brought to you by our good friends at Cox Communications. I'm Shane Moody, President and CEO of the Destin Chamber, and very happy to be your host this month. We got a slate of 3 great guests coming up, so sit back and relax and enjoy tonight's show. Our first guest is no stranger to Destin, no stranger to the banking world, and we're glad to have him with us, Eric Navarre. Eric, welcome.
Thanks, Shane. Appreciate it.
Glad to have you with us. And as I said, you're no stranger to banking and to the Destin world, but you are with a new bank that's in town. Tell us a little bit about who you're with now and what you guys are doing. Sure.
Shane, I'm with Renasant Bank now. They're a kind of new entrant to the Destin market, but they're not a new bank. They've been around for a long time. We opened our first branch just earlier last month. We're located right across the street from Emerald Lakes at the red light there. So the branch is open in the stores. I've got a team there with Scott Mitchell and Miko Fletcher heading up the lending division, and Renee Ankerson heading up the retail division. So we're ready to start and be a service to the community. Yeah, so you're right there at the traffic light so people can get in and out easy, right? Big deal, right?
Yeah, that's a big deal in that part of Destin. That's good. And how long have you been open?
We've been open for about a month.
Okay, and you're a full-service bank?
Full-service bank. In addition to the banking, it's wealth management, insurance, and mortgage. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, good. Give us a little background on Renasant. You know, you said they're not a new bank, though you're new to Destin.
That's correct. So Renasant's been around for 115 years, and to me, that's very important. It was important for me in joining Renasant because they've been through various economic cycles and know they can weather the storm. So they've been around for a long time. They're a community bank, large community bank, so they offer all of the bells and whistles of the large banks, but they do have that community banking model. Quite a few do in our area, and for me that's an attractive model because it lets us make local decisions to help with clients and the specific needs of Destin.
Right, and that is important to be able to make the local decisions. I mean, you're the one with the relationship and you know the folks you're dealing with probably better than anybody else, so that gives you a little freedom, does it not?
It does, and actually it was very important to me in joining Renasant, being able to have that flexibility.
Right. Okay, full service bank, you know, what kind of products do you offer? People that are watching us right now might be interested in hearing about.
So Renasant's a little forward in their products and technology, but from a product standpoint, one thing that, you know, in a rising interest rate environment that people may be interested in is we have a interest checking account, and that checking account pays 1.5%, which back from a few years ago when we were getting next to nothing in our savings account, a checking account pays 1.5% is pretty good.
Is there a minimum balance required on that?
There's no minimum balance requirement on it, and we actually have, it's called Rewards, Renasant Rewards, and we also have Renasant Rewards Extra, which adds on things like 24/7 roadside assistance, $400 cash back on your cell phone, just a lot of other bells and whistles that come with it for, you know, from the free account. The first one is free account, and the second one is $6 a month, and it has you know, if you choose those things, it might be a wise choice.
Yeah, that's good. Those interesting products. Now, Destin is a huge real estate market. Whether it's full-time residents and where they live, whether it's second homes, third homes, vacation homes, investment properties. So the mortgage industry is pretty big there. Talk about your mortgage department a little bit.
Well, actually, our mortgage department has preempted the bank. The mortgage department has been here for 2 years.
Okay.
They're in the same location on the second floor. It's headed by Lisa Bell and her team, and it's actually easier to say what the mortgage department can't do than can do, because one of the benefits of our mortgage department is they offer products for a full range of types of properties, residential properties. What they can't do is timeshare and mobile homes.
Right. Okay.
So if you are not in timeshare and mobile home, Lisa Bell and her team can probably help you out. Out of state, condo, all those things, she has ability to do those. Okay, so you're really full service where the mortgage department's concerned too. That's good. One thing that we're all having to adjust to in the business world is technology. It changes the way we do business every single day. You guys are a little ahead of the curve on technology and integrating, always being out there and integrating the newest thing. Talk about how that's good for the bank, but even better, how it's good for the customer. Yeah, and how it's good for the bank and how it's good for the customer, those are the same thing in my view. What's good for the customer is good for the bank. So technology, you know, I think we're at the point where everybody wants to be able to do the banking on their phone or on their computer. And you know, Renasant has those capabilities. Most banks have those capabilities. We'll say Renasant's interface on mobile banking is very easy to use, very forward. You know, one thing people really like to do these days is share money person to person or peer to peer, and through the Renasant banking, you have the access to the Zelle app. I could send you, you know, cash straight from my checking account to you via text in a matter of minutes right now, and not everybody's got that technology. It's moving that way. Renasant tends to be on the front edge. You know, they make sure they button up safety first, and then but they get out there with technology, and really proud of that. The other thing that, from a technological standpoint, we have the first ITM in the community. ITM, similar to ATM, except the main difference is you can go to it and anything that your teller can do, the ITM can do. Okay. Cash deposits, check deposits, get cash back, get change back, the ITM can do it. And I believe we have the first one in the Panhandle. Oh, that's pretty exciting.
That's interesting. Yeah. Never heard of one of those. See, even I learned something when I host the show. Absolutely. Okay, you guys, grand openings going on, I guess, now, or it's about to start. Anything you're offering the locals if they come and do business with you?
Yeah, we are working on special products for just the Destin market. Okay. One of the things that they've given me the flexibility to do, of course, we have some broad-reaching accounts for the whole region, but they're letting me create some accounts just for the Destin market. I'm in the process of working on those right now. Those will be part of our kind of grand opening event that we'll have later next month, and we'll announce those, but we'll have some on both the deposit and loan side, so really excited about those.
Oh, that's good. You got to make a splash when you come in, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You got to. So Time Magazine recently recognized you guys. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that's really exciting for the whole bank. So Time Magazine did kind of a survey of banks nationwide, and then they went by region and decided which was the best bank in each region. And for the South region, it's a 10-state South region. We're excited to announce Renasant was named #1. It's based on customer experience, technology, and just you know, it's something that we're really promoting right now. I'm really excited to be a part of.
And I was going to say, you got to be selling that to people right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We've got about a minute left here. And knowing you for as long as I've known you, having you had to go through Destin Forward, our leadership program at the Chamber 7 or 8 years ago, that we were just talking about that before we went on air. I know that community involvement is very important to you personally. Is that something that Renasant Bank is going to let you continue, and their plans for community involvement as well?
Very much so. As a matter of fact, I went to a retreat earlier this month, and one of the main parts of the retreat, it was a 3-day retreat, kind of a planning retreat. We spent a whole half day doing some give back community service. It resonates throughout the company, and it comes back to the local level too. So we do stuff from a regional perspective with giving back, and to the local level as well.
That's good, correct. Because I think if you're going to be successful in a community, you've got to give back to it.
Yeah.
But how can somebody get in touch with you?
You know, through email or phone number, you know, the 389-6250.
Slow that down just a little bit.
389-6250. There
you go.
That's our number. Yeah. And you can reach any one of us that I mentioned earlier, myself or Scott, Miko or Renee, and we'll be able to help you.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming on today, introducing the new bank to the community. Good luck to you. You know, I've always wished you as much success as you can have. And again, we go a long way back, and appreciate you being here with us today.
I appreciate the time, Shane. Thanks.
You're welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for our next guest.
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation. You're resigning. Why? You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. Oh, I forgot. I'll do better. Please don't quit on me.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Hello and welcome back to Destin Business Forum, a television show for members of the Destin Chamber of Commerce. I'm Shane Moody, President and CEO of the Destin Chamber, and we're glad to welcome our next guests, Jenny Larson and Brittany Graves from Summer Place Inn. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Now, this is the first time both of you have been on here, right?
Yes.
And I find that surprising about you, as long as you've been around hanging out with us at the Chamber. We're glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit about Summer Place Inn.
Sure. So Summer Place Inn is a boutique property located in Destin, Florida. We are owned by Pinnacle Management Company. They have several properties throughout the country, primarily Marriott's, but like I said, we are the only independent boutique hotel within their portfolio.
Okay. You guys are in a perfect location, are you
Yes,
not?
we are, yeah.
You're close to everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything's in walking distance. It's literally 10 to 5 minutes anywhere you want to go.
Right, okay. Activities and entertainment, that's also close by. What kind of partnerships do you have with that you can send, hey Jenny, I need somewhere to go.
Sure.
Brittany, I need something to do. Can you guide us that way?
Yeah. So we get those questions a lot when people call up at the hotel, and obviously it's some people that have never even been to the Destin area. Right. I don't know if anybody's familiar with TripShock, but it's kind of like an Expedia or like a Booking.com where you can go onto the website and find different activities, and it's anything from jet ski rentals, pontoon boat rentals, any kind of water sport that you can think of, and even more than that. So we do partner up with TripShock, and then as well as if you go down to the harbor area or anything, I mean, you could go walk all the way down that area and find anything to do.
Okay. Now, as the front office manager, you probably have tons of customer feedback, what are people looking for that you guys provide for them when they come in?
We provide just a relaxation. It's just they're here for a vacation, and that's what we try to do. So we definitely make sure that our front desk staff is very friendly.
Yeah, basically what you said. You come to Destin, you want to relax, you're on vacation. I think what is nice about our hotel is being independent. We're a smaller property. Right. So like Brittany was saying, it's a very one-on-one interaction with it. You're seeing the front desk person all the time. You know the housekeepers by name all the time. Right. So, we know pretty much a lot of the people on a first name basis. And a lot of the people have been coming for years. Right. So, once you stay at the Summer Place Inn, you love the property, the price is right. I mean, I've seen kids grow up since they were babies, and they've still been coming to the hotel every summer because we create an experience. We're given memories.
And that was going to be my next comment and question was people that stay there typically come back there.
Oh yeah.
And that's because of the service that you give them. I mean, you guys put a lot of work into the customer service and the experience.
Absolutely. Well, I say that, because we're such a small staff, we really don't just hire anybody. We're really looking for people to bring something to the table. So, when you come into the hotel, and I'm sure, with any customer service experience, you want to know that person is happy to be at their job, at their work. And I think that's the thing that me and Brittany do really well together is that we provide a really great working atmosphere. And when your internal guests are happy, your external guests are going to be happy. So that's a very important thing that we try to.
Right, and it shows with the product that you guys have and the service that you put out. Newly renovated not very long ago. Talk about the renovation and what that's done for the property.
Sure. So we are very excited. We have just completed our, we did our lobby renovations last year, and it's just got a really soft contemporary style. And then over the last few months, we did a guest room renovation. So, when we chose the decor, we really wanted to go with, relaxation in mind, because when you're on vacation, you're just looking to relax.
And sometimes we really need that.
Oh, we really need it, especially when you're by the beach. Right. So, when you walk into the hotel, there's a lot of just calming, cool blues. We've got pops of green and yellow to really add that sense of serenity to the rooms. And there's a lot of neutral colors like beiges and grays, and those darker tones really add a sophisticated backdrop. So, when you come into the hotel, if you look along, there's a lot of photographs that really showcase the theme of the hotel, and it's a lot of stones and shells and sand. It's really to pay homage to the ocean, because that's what draws people to this area every year. So we're super excited. It's very beautiful.
Amenities at multiple pools, I believe you've got. You talk about what's on property that they can take advantage of.
Yes.
So we, like you said, we do have an indoor pool, which is heated, which hopefully in the summertime you don't need that, obviously, but we do offer an outdoor pool. Our guests definitely love that, and we also have a hot tub outside, and we have people use that year-round, so that's definitely a great thing to have, especially during the off-season. We do have a marketplace. We have little snacks for our guests. We also have beverages, and we do sell alcohol as well. And then we do offer, like she mentioned, just like a great lobby area, just a place where you can come and hang out. Like it's very welcoming.
All right, so the jacuzzi, spa, the hot tub, can I just come over and jump into that when I need it in the middle of the day or something?
You know, funny thing is we have a lot of locals that come into the area because we're kind of one of the only hotels that have an indoor heated pool.
Right.
So a lot of the locals come and they swim in our indoor heated pool.
Yeah, and you are really good to the local market too.
Absolutely,
as well. Yeah. Talk about your loyalty program.
Sure.
So it is a rewards program. It's for just our way of thanking our loyal customers who, because as Jenny mentioned, we do watch people or families grow up because they come twice a year, and it's just really great to know that they trust us to stay with us and to come back every year. It's really enticing, so if you do want to sign up, it's very easy to go online and do it. And if you have any issues, you can contact the front desk, and they'd be more than happy to help you out with that. We offer early check-in, which is really nice because if you're flying in and your plane lands at 2 o'clock, it's kind of not a good idea to be hanging out for 2 hours.
Right.
So we try to get those folks in early. Right. We do complimentary snacks that we try to set up in the room beforehand just to really take care of those folks. And we also do complimentary upgrades when possible.
Okay, and do they earn points for
yes,
stays?
So after 10 stays, they get 1 free night, and they never expire. So you can use it whenever you'd like.
Okay, so that's excellent. So you come and stay a couple of weeks, for a couple of years. Next time you come, you get a couple of free nights, right?
And if we record it ourselves, and if you let's just say you forget to let us know that you stayed, or you forget to give us your email address, we can go back and look up those stays, so there's no reason why you shouldn't get your points.
Okay. Really quickly, because we're just about out of time, if somebody watching us on television right now wants to get in contact with you, how do they do that?
Sure. So there's several ways. We have our website, which is www.summerplaceinn.com. You can also call the hotel at 850-650-8003, and someone can contact you that way. It's always best to call the hotel directly because we can match any online properties advertising our property. And then also you just get the best deals, and then you get to talk to me or Brittany or one of our friendly staffs at the front desk. So definitely give us a call.
And that's worth the phone call all
of course.
Itself.
We're going to tell you everything.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. I told you 9 minutes flies by.
It really does.
It really does. You guys did great. Glad to have you with us. And from me, thank you for all that you do for the Chamber. You do a lot of stuff for us at different levels, and we couldn't do what we do without you, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for our next guest.
Hi, I'm Erica Wright, and I'd like to talk to you about the Distinguished Young Women's Program. The Distinguished Young Women is a leadership honorary that awards scholarships to college-bound girls who participate in a process to learn life skills, professionalism, and most of all, confidence. These young women will be the next generation of leadership who will be sitting in your very seat. It's a 60-year-old program, and it's the only one of its kind in our country. And our state DYW program is now permanently located right here in Fort Walton Beach. And we need to roll out the red carpet for these families and fans who will be here. So let's show the state of Florida our beautiful Emerald Coast and our wonderful community. But to do this, we need your help. Buy a program ad, be a host family, be a sponsor, and most importantly, be a positive influence for our distinguished young women.
Please join us for one of these upcoming Destin Chamber events. Wednesday, February 6th, our Military Affairs Council meeting from 12 to 1 at the Destin Chamber. Friday, February 8th, Business Before Hours, sponsored by Fort Walton Beach Medical Center from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Location is Lulu's. Thursday, February 28th, Business After Hours, sponsored by Echo Motors, 5 to 6:30 p.m. at Echo Motors' new location on Highway 98 in Destin. Thursday and Friday, March 14th and 15th, 2019, inaugural The Big Deal Destin Pickleball Tournament at Destin Commons. Thursday, March 28th, Destin Fort Walton Beach Taste and Business Showcase from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Emerald Coast Convention Center. Thursday, April 18th, annual Tax Relief Golf Tournament with a noon shotgun start at Emerald Bay Golf Club. To see a list of all upcoming events, please visit the events calendar at DestinChamber.com, or for details, call 850-837-6241. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Destin Business Forum, a television show for members of the Destin Chamber of Commerce. I'm Shane Moody, President and CEO, and glad to be your MC. For our final segment today, it's my pleasure to welcome Will Lestell, founder and editor of Beaches, Resorts, and Parks. Will, welcome to the show.
Thanks. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, sure thing. And I know that you kind of got thrown into this last minute, and so I appreciate you coming in and us talking about the magazines. Absolutely. And about Travel South Media. Which is, I guess, a good segue because that's our first question. Tell us about Travel South Media.
Well, essentially, Travel South Media is a media company that publishes as our primary product Beaches, Resorts, and Parks magazine, of course. And then we do some other products which are mainly in-room magazines for different resorts within the area.
Okay. All right, and it's multiple magazines too, is it not?
That's correct. The Beaches, Resorts, and Parks title comes out quarterly. It's on newsstands all over the country. And then some of the in-room books are actually annual publications that stay within the resorts all year.
Okay, all right. So distribution, you go nationally with Beaches, Resorts, and Parks. Talk about the distribution and what that does for this area.
Yeah, you know, the idea behind Beaches, Resorts, and Parks back in 2012 when it first initiated was that there wasn't really a publication for the area, a lot of great publications in the area, but not one that really emphasized what this area is all about and why people from all over the country should vacation in Northwest Florida Gulf Coast. Right. And so with doing a national distribution, Every Books A Million, Every Barnes & Noble, Publix, Kroger, H-E-B, a lot of the major grocery chains, we're able to reach those people during their planning stages all over the country, and hopefully they use it as a real planning guide to, you know, decide where to stay, where to play, where to eat, where to shop, all of that type of thing when they come here.
Right, and it probably enhances the real estate market here as well.
Absolutely it does, yes, and we have a special section just for real estate. Right. In the magazine.
Yeah, and it's you could have a tougher place to sell in print too, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the pictures
for sure.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place to sell. The readership of Beaches, Resorts, and Parks. Who is that? What's your target market with readership? And what type of content is in the magazines? We've talked about that a little bit, but
right. So target market really, Shane, is anyone that would either be looking for a new destination for their next beach vacation, or someone who's a returning visitor who maybe they haven't been here for quite a few years, and you know, so much changes within the area from year to year. So we're really looking to educate them on what those things are, what beach town to go to, why they should go there. And we have an upper echelon demographic because a lot of our people that buy the magazine on newsstands, you know, say on the West Coast or the East Coast, a lot of those are not only drive market people, but people who are, you know, buying airline tickets and flying in to get here.
Right, and you go to other coastal communities, you know, say California or maybe the Southeast Coast, and they're used to their beaches there, and they think those are the most beautiful beaches.
Absolutely.
But they look at this magazine and that opinion changes a little bit, does it not?
It absolutely does, and I'll tell you a little short story. So I was at Bud and Allie's Pizza Bar out on 30A a couple months ago, and there was a young couple that, as I was waiting on our food for my family, there was a young couple in front of me, and I was listening to their conversation a little bit, and it ends up that they had actually traveled to the seaside area from Southern California.
Okay.
And so I started talking to them, and I handed them a magazine because I always carry them with, it's kind of habit. I always have them with me wherever I go. And they were just floored by how great the beaches are. And you know, they started talking about they're used to going to Venice Beach, and they had no idea our beaches are, you know, this crystal white sand and the emerald waters. And you know, I hear that quite a bit from people all over the country that if they ever come here, it really becomes their kind of new favorite beach playground, and they continue to come back.
And it's one of those things that pictures make it look good, but it really doesn't do it justice. Your description of it, my description of it, to other people, they just don't get it till they see it in person.
That's correct. And I think a lot of times, you know, being here, we take it for granted because you and I get to see it every day when we're driving, you know, up 98 or old 98, and the people that come from other areas, they're just not used to that. And you know, quite frankly, if they haven't been here before, they've literally never seen beaches like this unless it was in the Caribbean or somewhere.
Right. And even I've been to 8 or 9 islands in the Caribbean. I still think we might be a little bit better than them in a lot of cases.
I absolutely agree with that. Yes.
All right, you got Kenny Chesney on this cover. You guys are lucky you get celebrities and country music stars on your covers all the time. What's the approach? What's it like to work with them and get them to be on the covers like this?
You know, it's interesting. It's a lot of fun for me, honestly. It's one of the things I enjoy a lot about what I do from the writing standpoint of putting the magazine together. We've been very blessed to get some big names, and we've been on kind of a run with Nashville celebrities and country music celebrities, just because it's such an appealing group of people to most people widespread around the country.
Right.
We've got, of course, Kenny on this cover. He's actually the only person that I've interviewed twice, and we've had him on 2 covers. So back in 2015, Kenny was also on our cover. And coming up, we actually have some other people with some strong ties to the Northwest Florida Gulf, and that is Florida Georgia Line. So they will actually be on our coming cover that comes out in April.
Yeah, they're here a lot.
They are, yeah, absolutely. And one of the members, actually, Brian Kelly, actually has a retail store out in the Grayton community, right?
Absolutely, yeah. All right, we've talked about beaches, resorts, and parks. We've only got a minute or so left. Talk a little bit about your in-room magazines.
So the in-room magazines, the premise behind that is something that reaches the people once they're already in the area, where the idea with beaches is to reach them all over the country and bring them to the area. So we currently do an in-room magazine for a cottage rental agency out at Seaside, goes in all the high-end homes in Seaside. We're about to do our first one for the Henderson.
Okay.
And those go in the room, they stay out for a whole year at a time, and they just basically educate the guest on, you know, where to go, where to eat, where to shop, all of that, and then they are filled with advertisements from those places.
Yeah, I just answered a bunch of questions via email for somebody writing an article for the Henderson.
Really?
About Destin, what they need to do and where they need to go. All right, advertisers are important to you. How does somebody that might be flipping through the channels and find us right now get in touch with you?
Well, the website is beachesresortsparks.com, and of course they can find us on the social media. Facebook is just Beaches Resorts Parks, same with Instagram. And then they can call also. The phone number is 256-310-0653.
Okay, slow that down real quick.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
256-310-0653, or info@beachesresortsparks.com.
Great. Will, thanks for being with us, and we appreciate it, and y'all keep up the good work that you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Sure thing. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us this month, and we'll see you next month.